As dawn breaks over the Mojave Desert, the struggle for survival is already underway. Fresh tracks in the sand reveal a night of hunters, prey, and narrow escapes. As temperatures rise, every creature follows its own rhythm. Some search for food, while others race to find shelter before the relentless heat arrives. Among the first hunters to emerge is the greater Roadrunner, a swift ground bird with exceptional eyesight and remarkable speed. Somewhere ahead, another silent predator lies hidden beneath the sand, waiting patiently. Their paths are about to cross, and only one will leave with a meal. Hidden beneath the Mojave sand, the western diamondback rattlesnake depends on camouflage, patience, and venom rather than speed. By flicking its tongue, it gathers chemical clues from the air, waiting motionless until the perfect moment to strike. Its famous rattle is usually a warning, not an attack. Nearby, the greater Roadrunner must hunt almost constantly, relying on sharp eyesight and remarkable speed to fuel its active life. One predator survives by waiting, the other by searching. Their paths are about to cross, and instinct alone will decide the outcome. Fresh tracks lead the greater Roadrunner toward an unseen presence hidden beneath the desert sand. Rather than rushing in, the bird circles cautiously, studying every movement and keeping its eyes fixed on the snake's head. The western diamondback rattlesnake has already sensed the approaching vibrations. Preferring to avoid conflict, it remains coiled, its rattle serving as a final warning rather than an invitation to fight. In this silent standoff, speed faces patience, and both predators wait for a single mistake that could decide the outcome. The greater Roadrunner probes rather than attacks, circling to test the rattlesnake's speed and reaction while keeping its eyes fixed on the snake's head. The western diamondback remains tightly coiled, tracking only with subtle head movements to conserve energy for a single explosive strike. When the bird briefly enters range, the snake launches in a lightning-fast attack, missing by only inches before instantly recoiling into its defensive posture. Now both predators understand each other's speed, reach, and timing. The next move could decide the encounter. The greater Roadrunner relies on constant movement rather than direct attacks, forcing the western diamondback rattlesnake to repeatedly adjust its aim. Every sudden change of direction makes an accurate strike more difficult, while the bird carefully measures the snake's reactions. Seizing a brief opening, it delivers a quick peck to the safer mid-body before retreating beyond striking range. The rattlesnake responds by backing toward cover, limiting the bird's approach. Both predators now understand each other's strengths, and the decisive exchange is about to begin. The greater Roadrunner intensifies the pressure, making rapid passes that force the western diamondback rattlesnake to repeatedly adjust its defensive posture while keeping its head protected. Each missed strike drains valuable energy, and the bird carefully studies the snake's timing. Anticipating one final attack, the Roadrunner darts in and delivers a precise blow just behind the snake's head before instantly retreating beyond striking range. The balance of the encounter is shifting, but patience remains essential, as a single mistake could still prove fatal. The greater Roadrunner tightens the circle, forcing the western diamondback rattlesnake to make constant defensive adjustments. Each rapid turn drains energy and makes precise strikes harder to execute. Refusing to rush, the bird waits for the slightest delay before darting in with a quick attack and retreating safely beyond the snake's reach. The rattlesnake backs toward cover to reduce its exposed angles, but the balance is beginning to shift. In the Mojave Desert, patience and endurance, not strength alone, often determine the survivor. One final burst of speed forces the western diamondback rattlesnake into a brief opening. The greater Roadrunner reacts instantly, striking just behind the snake's head before retreating as the final defensive strike fails. Even after the struggle ends, caution remains essential, as a venomous snake can still be dangerous. The bird carefully inspects and repositions its prey before scanning the desert for larger predators and scavengers. This successful hunt is not a triumph of strength, but of patience, precision, and perfect timing, the true keys to survival in the Mojave Desert. For the greater Roadrunner, today's hunt is over, but survival in the Mojave Desert never truly stops. Wind and sand will soon erase every trace of the encounter, while countless other predators and prey continue the same ancient cycle. Each species depends on its own strategy, speed, camouflage, venom, or endurance to survive in one of Earth's harshest environments. Nature chooses neither heroes nor villains, only those that adapt. This encounter was not an ending, but one brief chapter in the endless story of survival. For the greater Roadrunner, today's hunt has ended, but life in the Mojave Desert moves on without pause. Every remaining scrap becomes food for another survivor, while daylight hunters give way to creatures of the night. Elsewhere, another western diamondback rattlesnake begins its search, continuing the same ancient cycle of predator and prey. Across this vast desert, countless unseen encounters shape the balance of the ecosystem. Here, no story truly ends. Every sunset marks the beginning of another struggle for survival.